Hi, my name is Sumita Banerjee, Senior Vice President of Talent Acquisition for L'Oreal in the Americas. My responsibility is hiring from the level of campus recruitment up to the senior executives for L'Oreal in the US, as well as across the Americas zone. It's critical that women are represented across all levels of the organization, and most importantly, at the senior-most levels of a company. For L'Oreal in the US, 66% of our workforce are female. And what we're so proud of is that actually it's 66% of our director and above, so senior leadership as well, are women. And you know, it really comes down to diversity, fostering innovation, and making sure that as an organization we are representing the consumer. So whether that's ethnic diversity, gender diversity, that our organization is made up of the people who are buying our products. And so this really comes down to a really critical business agenda for us. It's important for organizations to prepare women in the best possible way to gain entry into the C-suite or the executive board. And a lot of that comes through really sometimes proposing stretch assignments. It's about providing new and different opportunities for people. You know, I think when you see that potential in an individual, to remember that their potential is limitless. And not necessarily to, say, okay, put them in a box or say this is the role or this is the function or this is the job, but to offer lots of different types of opportunities, but then to coach them, develop them, sponsor them, connect them to people who will help them, who've either, been in a similar role or frankly maybe been in a very different role, but can provide a new type of business perspective to a challenge that they may be having. I think overall it helps, for a woman who's coming up through the organization, it of course helps to have other women that she sees as role models, but it's also equally important to have men that she sees as role models as well, because this, leadership challenges that we have are across men and women and across generations. And I think every organization has a responsibility to make sure that we're providing the best type of career development, career opportunity for everyone. And L'Oreal is a great organization that actually takes a lot of pride in developing our talent transversely. One of the great things that I think organizations can do is to bring women together, especially if they're in underrepresented functions or divisions. So for example, at L'Oreal in operations, we have a phenomenal program called Women in Leadership. And so now over the last few years, more than 300 women who are working in purchasing, packaging, supply chain, engineering, manufacturing, have all come together to hear from different senior leaders, women who are in operations, to talk. And so it's very much an open forum where the leadership will, present their stories, but then offer opportunity for dialogue, Q&A. Women, men and women, we share so many of the similar challenges, but to create a culture where it's okay. Just talk about, I'm having challenges with childcare, or, I had to take time off because of my aging parents, or, hey, this is what I'm facing. How did you make this choice? Where did you get support? I think a lot of what can occur when these types of discussions take place is that people know that they're not alone. And that there are others who have been able to be successful by overcoming some very similar obstacles that maybe they weren't even aware of. So I think the more we can talk about these challenges and actually help people connect to others, the better we can do. We've got some other amazing examples where we bring phenomenal women together. So globally, we have an initiative called For Women in Science, which is really about granting women who are doing postdoc studies funds for anything they need, whether it's to continue the research, whether it's for childcare. So that's an amazing example of a program that's worldwide. In the US, that's actually now led to a program called For Girls in Science. So we realized that we really need to start talking to young women in math and science about STEM careers much, much earlier. So the website For Girls in Science provides everything from quick video clips on women who are studying science to what does a job look like? What does a scientist's job look like? Other programs include L'Oreal Women in Digital, which is an external program where we're funding amazing and brilliant female entrepreneurs. For example, like a Catherine Minshew from the Muse, just amazing talents. And then internally, we have a digital think tank called Digitel, which is made up of women who are working at L'Oreal who are in IT and digital roles. So at L'Oreal, our global ambition is equity. So globally, in terms of our executive board, 40% of our corporate board is female. 37.5 of our COMEX, so reports directly into our global CEO, female, and 47% of the L'Oreal Worldwide Management Committee is female. In the U.S., we're 66%. So we're doing this is a key subject for us, and very important that we are reflecting enough women, certainly even at a senior level of the organization, so that they can, lead by example for others. And I really think it comes down to making sure that we're fostering each individual's growth and development with a very specific and focused plan. And so that means making sure that we're giving, career guidance, development opportunities, taking risks on people's careers, sometimes stretching them differently. I think a lot of growth comes from being uncomfortable. So I've actually benefited from being in some work situations where my job changed completely, my job function changed completely. So it was probably very scary at the time, a little risky at the time, what I perceived to be as risky. But in fact, it made me grow differently and forced me to look at my work, my life, my way of working very different, in a very different way. So I think this is something that we have to continue to offer both men and women. So coming up this year, especially as we approach the fall campus recruitment season, it's important for us to be representing who we are as an organization to all people. So that means men and women. It means looking really across all aspects of ethnic diversity, all educational backgrounds, because we need not only engineers, we need marketers, we need people in IT, we need people who know supply chain, people in sales. So it's truly about making sure that people know what the business of beauty is all about, so that we can actually just describe better for people what we do in our business is bring confidence to others. And that means we have a responsibility to bring confidence to the people in the organization as well. And so we've been looking at our own brand and evolving that brand to make sure that people get what we offer in terms of careers, in terms of opportunity. It's both, we like to say it's both an individual and a collective adventure. It's really a human adventure because the career of each person is treated differently and in a really unique way based on that person. And so we're really proud of that. And again, as we evolve this fall, it's going to be about going on campus to make a big splash and making sure that we are, sending the right message to everybody that we meet.